இப்படா எப்பா இது தெரியும், நல்ல வேலை சொன்னேன். எல்லா 1/2 மணி நேரம் ஓமோல படம் தான் ஓட்டியிருப்பேன். ஐயோ லாக் ஆயிடுச்சு. டேப் ஸ்விட்சிங் முன்னாலே இந்த இது பிரச்சனை எரர் வந்து கேம்ல. ஆப்ரேஷன் ஆர்ட்ஸ் நல்லா இருக்காவா? எப்படி இருக்குன்னா வந்துட்டு ஒரு சிஎஸ்கோவே வந்துட்டு ஒரு பெரிய மேப்புக்குள்ள விட்டுட்டு லைக் ஒரு கேப்சர் பாயிண்ட் தான். இதில் வர என்ன சொல்லுது, கால் ஆஃப் டியூட்டியில் வர கேப்சர் பாயிண்ட்டு இதில் வர இது மாதிரி சிஎஸ்கோவில் வர ஏரியா மாதிரி பெரிய லெவல் ஏரியானா. இது எப்படி இருக்குன்னா ரிபலுக்கும் ஆர்மிக்கும் உள்ள மாதிரி இருக்கு. ரிபலின் குரூப்புக்கும் ஒரு ஆர்மிக்கும் உள்ள ஃபைட் மாதிரி பார்க்க. உல்ஃபோட நேற்று நானும் கிறிஸ் ஆடின்னு வந்தோம். அப்படிதான் இருந்தது கேம் ஆக்சுவலாக. கன்னுக்கு ஏம் கிடையாது முதல் விஷயம். ரொம்ப இதுவாக சண்டை போடுற மாதிரி கொஞ்சம். ஓகே ஓகே. கன்னுக்கு ஏம் கிடையாது முதல் விஷயம். ரூல் நம்பர் 1. சைடுக்கு நமக்கும் நம்ம ஸ்குவாட் உருவாக்கிக்கலாம் உள்ள. லைக் வந்து நீ ஒரு டீம் இப்போ என்ன சொல்ற ஆர்மி டீம் எடுக்கிறீன்னா அந்த ஆர்மியில் உனக்கு நீ தனியாக வந்து ஒரு குரூப் மாதிரி உருவாக்கிக்கலாம். பிராவா டீம் பிராவா அந்த மாதிரி உருவாக்கிக்கலாம். உருவாக்கி நம்ம டீமில் எவ்வளோ பேர் சேர்த்துக்கலாம். செம்மையாக தான் இருக்குது. நிறைய பேர் போனால் நல்லாயிருக்கும். நம்ம டீம் ஃபுல்லாக போனோன்னா அங்கே போய் ஜெயிக்கலாம் கன்ஃபார்மாக. தனியாலாம் போனால் சிக்கிரும் ஃபுல்லாக. ஏன்னா அவனுக்கு ஓவரா ஸ்னைப்பர் இருக்கானு இதுவும் இருக்கானு. பெரிய டீமோட போனோம்னா செம்மையாக பண்ணலாம். இது முதல்ல வேற ஆடணுமா? செய். இதை ஸ்கிப் கூட பண்ணிட்டு அதான்டா காண்டு. ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி தானே டிலீட் பண்ணலாம்.
Isn't that the cop that caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
This officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive and 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
பக்கத்துல வந்து சின்னாரை மிஸ் பண்ண தோண்ட. நல்ல பேர் இருக்கும். 4 பேர் இருக்குமா? ஓகே.
What's the situation?
Half a dozen shooters, sir. Cold-blooded sons of bitches. Real professionals.
What do you mean?
Witnesses say they bounced in, aced the guards, and went straight downstairs. Christ knows who they're working for, but whatever's in that vault, they want it bad.
It's the wrong gang spot, my friend. Move it inside. We're going to clear out the bottom floor. Come on, make a push to the building.
They blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here. Don't give them a chance to regroup. Wish me luck. Wrong floor. Buddies upstairs are dead. That leaves you, pal. Taking so long. Just you and me. You can live to tell the tale. I got it now. That's it. That's all of them.
Car 11K. Shots fired, suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I need an ambulance at Bank of America. 7th and Olive. Notify coroner and detective headquarters.
Roger, under ambulance 11K. All units code 4 on the 211 at Bank of America. Code 4.
That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself from what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, Claire. You're used to seeing them. You're the gig when you're working homicide, fellas.
Detectives? Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F13663.
I think I've seen it all.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
யாருது ஒன்று வருது
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course, anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Incidental.
இங்கே போச்சு நீர். ஓகே.
Help me out.
I'd say call it in. R&I might have something to get us started.
Officer.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought. Cole!
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
பாவி இந்த கேம் இதுக்கடா போற. ஆமா இந்த கேம்ல இது ஒன்று தான் முக்கியமான.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place.
That alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did. Cop killers are the worst kind of scumbag.
Climb up. மேல இருந்து ஷூட் ஓகே ஓகே. ஐயோ
Lunch.
You like killing cops? Won't help console the officer's family.
வா
These
எஸ்
guys are
மிஸ்
done.
எஞ்சி விட்டுருப்பான்.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and is solving all the cases?
வீடு இருக்கான் அந்த இடத்துல அட்ரஸ் பா
Get the point. Always bother. Leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? I'm the one. Nobody cares about me. I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
I don't know who you're looking for, and I don't want to know.
Calling you stupid would be an insult to stupid people.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the beef. What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
You can't do this!
That's the guy from the paper. Solved that big case.
Slow down!
Why is the word abbreviation?
Tell him.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear germs?
I'm at a loss.
We still got the laundry label to check off.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
What's happening in your kitchen?
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
What do you think?
You remember that tag number?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress. Is it there?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
You're behind the wheel.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Hello? Yes? Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Terrellson? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Terrellson?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrellson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? search. You got nothing to hide.
Operator, give me R&I.
You want to hear something funny, Terrelson?
Putting
Some
you
bums
through
think
now.
filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am. To check if she was a regular. I wonder why the picture was turned down. Not everything here is going to be relevant. Probably nothing. Doesn't tell me anything. Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive. If you'd excuse me, ladies. Seems irrelevant. Lars was out in the rain last night. So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity. We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
5-star goddamn wedding.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's. but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your web spot.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Tarleton broad had her last drink at Barron's bar. We should check the place out.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true. Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Cherry pie was
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
We don't have time for you to be making guesses. What time was it exactly?
Hey, give me a break. I don't remember it to the second.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates?
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Food wasn't good.
Bates! We just want to talk!
There he is, right there he is. See him?
Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done.
Watch out, everyone!
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Let's end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air! Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead.
And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice, private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages for me?
Just a second. You have one new message from Lieutenant Fleischer. Bartender Benny Clough reports victim Teresa Terrelson last seen entering the yellow cab number 3591.
Can you have an APB put out on that vehicle? We'll need all sightings relayed to car 11K.
Sure, Detective. All radio dispatched now.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Vodri Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
சிறப்பா செஞ்சுட்டான் படுவாவி பையன். நல்லவன் எப்படி வந்து செஞ்சு விட்டாயா?
Three blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it? Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and pushed him in front of the car?
படுத்துறான்.
The cops who caught her.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Hey, there's such a thing
Any
as soap,
messages
you
for
know.
me?
Just a second. You have one new message from Lieutenant Fleischer. Bartender Benny Clough reports victim Teresa Terrelson last seen entering the yellow cab number 3591.
Can you have an APB put out on that vehicle? We'll need all sightings relayed to car 11K.
Sure, Detective. All radio dispatched now.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Vodri Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
Thank you.
You're a real asshole, you know that?
Bollywood division.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station, now heading west on 7th Street.
Any Central unit, a possible
We're all on 7th Street. Let's hit it, fellas. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got you now?
Further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear. Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Any Central unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit to handle code 3, identify.
11K, go ahead.
11K, roger. Citizen reports at 415 at Alvera Street Plaza. 11K.
You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Officer down! Watch it! Give it up, old man!
Get the bastard!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
ஐயோ மக்களா நான் கொண்டுட்டேன்.
Car 11K. Code 4 at Alvera Street, but I'll need an ambulance. Shots fired. Suspect is down.
Roger on your ambulance, 11K. All units be advised, code 4 at the Alvera Street Plaza.
also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Get out of the way!
All units also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up!
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
Get the bastard! Officer down! Give yourself up! Now! You're a cop killer! Surrender now, or I will use deadly force. Find some cover!
What have they done to you?
நாடு ஃபுல்லாக லூசுன்னு தான் இருப்பாங்க உங்களுக்கு எவன் கைடையும் கன்னு விட்டுன்னு செத்துருவாங்க.
Help! I hope you get the death penalty! Gently. No siren, Phelps? This some form of stealth attack?
You're really starting to annoy me.
cases.
I don't need this.
So what next?
Teresa's trail leads right to this cabbie's back seat, Phelps. We need to find him.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
He's the cop that arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. I think they're untouchable.
She wants a 5-star goddamn way. What's America gonna understand? It's about giving, not getting.
Advice?
Teresa's trail leads right to this cabbie's back seat, Phelps. We need to find him.
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted? You look at this clown. You're a real asshole, you know that?
Slow and steady, come on.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Tell a man that there are 400 billion stars and he'll believe you. Tell him a bench has wet paint on it and he has to touch it.
Investigation 2, okay.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sack.
Well, this day was a total waste of makeup.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
I say we bust in there and find the
You know the
guy
way.
who
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? Three suspects in the can and one on the hook. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. You need to hold out.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot, stand down, Phelps.
You want your rightful share? We need to fight for it!
Kill him.
You're doing them a favor, partner.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
No good to me.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
I survived the war for this? That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case. Hey, fuck you, asshole!
The Kremlin's over here,
Ideas?
Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Slow down!
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Oh, I wish I could get that.
Whoa! Easy!
Wow, that looks like
You can't do this!
What now?
Look around, find something solid. Something that links the bow to the broad.
Are you liquored up?
I'm out of here.
the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Only not a comedy.
I survived the war for this. Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her. Hey, fuck you, asshole!
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear germ?
ஊதுறான்.
America kind of understands about
You look at this clown. A nice thing about egotists, they don't talk about other people.
Are you drunk, mister, or you just cracked?
What'd I miss?
That broad's got socks in the brassiere.
Whoa! Easy!
You can't do this!
That's a guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you. That's the one. About a week ago, this guy murdered his wife and dumped the body. That's the cop who put him away.
I don't need this. Are you liquored up? I survived the war for this. Hey, fuck you, asshole!
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Any ideas?
Teresa's trail leads right to this cabbie's back seat, Phelps. We need to find it.
You're behind the wheel. The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
தெரியுது வெற்றி தெரியுது bro. தெரியுது bro, நல்லாவே தெரியுது எல்லாரையும். எல்லாரும் வருஷக்கணக்கில் காணாம போயிடுவீங்க. அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு யார் தெரியுதான்னு கேட்பீங்க. நான் என்ன சொல்லுவேன்?
Going this way.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
I was married by a judge. Should have asked for a jury.
I don't think I should say anything more.
Bronco, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I gotta break.
Heavens to Betsy!
Door knocking all morning, but I gotta make in the car in the end. You need me to sign some papers or something?
No good John with me, detective.
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
Isn't that the cop that caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding. Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the
How
garage
is it you got
makes
time
you a
for
car.
chinning? Huh?
What the hell?
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, "Oh, Baron of it." That broad has socks in it. I'm just praying the prince comes through so I can nail the son of a bitch.
What now?
Come on. If Ackerman won't play ball, I'll rattle his teeth until he does.
He was in the bathtub. They'd taken one of his fingers.
Heavens to Betsy!
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Hey, don't mind me.
I swear.
I don't need this.
Town is going straight to hell.
I knew it wasn't safe
Did you
around
read
here
about
anymore.
the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her. I survived the war for
He
this.
just refuses to accompany me to church. Drunk, I'll bet. Or doped up.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Whoa! Easy!
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he pleases. I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my staff.
Officers, stop 103 ND.
கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறேன். இது லைன் அப்.
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, don't scare him nothing more.
He has a rather pungent reek about him. Get in there and liberate a confession from him. I've shown you the way, detective, so to it.
Lousy bastard.
எங்கடா இருக்கிறான்? நான் இது போடுறதுக்கு படுத்துறானுங்க.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
வெற்றி ஆய் ப்ரோ யாருன்னு தெரியுதா? சரி ப்ரோ, ஐ டவுன்லோட் ஜிடிஎஃப்ஐ பட் கிராஃபிக்ஸ் ரொம்ப லோ பண்ணிட்டேன். ஏதாச்சும் ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணலாமா? புரியல இதுக்கு மேலே நான் இன்னும் ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ண இருவாங்க.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrelson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I say? You do your worst. You're the willing tool of a despotic state designed to victimize the unfortunate.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
செட்டிங்ஸ் யா இதுக்கு மேலே நம்பர் ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ண எல்லாம் லோ பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? அப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க?
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Theresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
அம்மா சரி ஓகே அவ்வளோதான் இன்னைக்கு முடிச்சு போயிட்டாங்க எப்படி பண்ணுன்னு தெரியாதா ப்ரோ எல்லாத்தையும் லோ பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க அவ்வளோதான் வேறு எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது அதுக்கு மேலே எதுவும் இல்லை கிராஃபிக் லோ பண்ணுங்க எஃப்எக்ஸ் இந்த இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும் ஃபில்டர் இதெல்லாம் கம்மி பண்ணுங்க ஆன்டி ஃபில்டர்ஸ் காப்பி இதெல்லாம் பாருங்க எல்லாத்தையும் கொடுங்க
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
How did you come to California to be a
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and is solving all the cases?
Guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
Okay. Bye. बहुत काल ना होता मुझे पत्ते काला ना नहीं फुटना Okay, bye.